the new Codex site because it got pushed through legal. So our legal team was trying to get this through. We were trying to get the copy and the design and layout, everything done. So you'll now have a site that will explain more about what a Codex node is. I'm going to show you that as soon as we go through all the promotions. So I think some of you will be excited about that. And what else? You still get the hosting. So foundations, another one that can I show you the site? I think I can give you a glance at the site, but it's not ready. It hasn't gone through legal yet, but I want you to be familiar with this because soon you'll be able to take people there. But if you sell a foundation smart node, you get one free. All right. And let's go ahead into the next slide. Elevate, same thing. Sell one, get one, $2,500. Let's go to the next one. Element, save and earn rewards. These are the same promos. So I don't need to go through each one of these, but I want you to be familiar with this. So let's go to the next one. We've still got the Galvin, right? Let's go to the next one. We've got green. Let's go to the next one. Grow, go to the next one. Give, go to the next one. Liberty, go to the next one. I think rally, which you're about to hear some exciting stuff that's happening. Sorry, with R-Link. Let's go to the next one and switch. Okay, so there's some really cool stuff that's happening. That's it, right, Allie? Did I miss any?
Nope, that's all of them.
Awesome. Thank you. And the team has just been cranking behind the scenes. Before I turn it over to Darren, because I don't want to steal any thunder, he's got some exciting announcements as brand president. I want to show you, how many of you guys want to see first look? You want to be the first here to see the new Codex site and then the foundation site. Hit the chat if you want to get first eyes on this. We're not going to release it yet. I know some of you guys are going to try to grab the URLs. Don't share these. Okay. So I'm going to show it to you, but it's not quite ready, but I want you to see first eyes on this. All right. So here's how this site breaks down. We reorganized this literally today. At the very top, you're going to notice, and I got to close some of these out. So at the top, you've got, this looks like an old format, actually. Let me see if it refreshes. Nope, he moved it back. All right, so here we've got easy node hosting. So what's great about this? It's replacing block fabric. You've got a simple setup, secure infrastructure, and trusted by 400,000 nodes worldwide. So when you click on this button, it's going to take you to the learn more. And now you can start learning more about how do you host your nodes with Codex, right? Here's the price points. You can buy annual, 2 years, 1 year, or 6 months, okay? Or 1 month, totally up to you. And then here's how easy it is: register, deploy, and earn, and then you'll go get started here. All right, so that is about as simple as we could make that. If I go back to the home page, the second major conversation or piece here is, besides easy node hosting, is owning a Codex smart node. All right, and what's great about that? You get to earn digital rewards and NFTs. You get rewarded for operating it with the net profits. As you know, those fees, that $5, $60, $122, whatever, that goes into our ecosystem because guess what? We're going to own it. As node owners, we get to share in those rewards versus if you're sending it to AWS or some other outside node hosting service, you don't participate in that, and neither does anybody you invited to the friend chain. And of course, we've got the bonus right now of 30 months of free hosting for 10 nodes with every Codex smart node. So these are the two primary offers right now. It's the node hosting and owning a Codex smart node. When you click here, you're going to come over here and learn how earning and running a Codex smart node gets you digital rewards. So this landing page will have more details and walk you through being a node owner of the Codex. Okay, so that's the first one. Any comments or question about that before we go to foundations? Is that cool? Tried to make it as simple as possible, kind of like Apple. You go to Apple right now and you see, hey, it's Christmas. iPhone 16, iPhone 16 Pro, you click on that, and then you go to the detailed pages, all right? So the nodes that you're already hosting, once the transition from Block Fabric over to Codex happens, those will be hosted there, okay? So I think that's pretty cool, pretty fun. Let's now give you first peek. And again, this is all subject to change. This has not gone through legal yet. Okay, so I just want to announce that, but I want you to see the work because we're a blockchain community and we want to transparently show you what's happening in real time. Okay, so here's the Foundation's current site. Remember, Foundations has AI built into it, and these Foundation nodes they connect with all of the other blockchains and all of those nodes. So this is that layer zero. It's like our Ethereum, if you will, that has 169 projects. Right now, we have 14 other projects that'll sit on top of this Foundation's AI node. Okay. It is obviously, you can see down here the brands that are there, and then welcome to decentralized AI hosting, be a superhero, dynamic duo blockchain and AI, and then the services that are going to be in here, right? And again, this is a work in progress, but I want you to kind of get a look and a feel at what Steve Waters is working on, along with some of the other members, to make this site just awesome. Okay, so that, my friends, is the quick glance at it. I'm not going to spend a lot of time here because, as I said, Darren Kidd has been just crushing it. He and his team every single day are moving our link and Rally forward. It has been an incredible journey, I'm sure, Darren. And I believe that you have some exciting announcements that you wanted to share tonight, as well as some leadership training for how to set themselves up to win at the end of the year and next year. So, my friend, the floor is yours.
All right, I appreciate that, Jim. And yeah, I know I've got about 17 minutes, so I'm going to talk really fast. And I would just encourage each and every one of you to make sure that you continue to look at the chat because Rhonda and Kim are going to be dropping some really important information in there for you, some links and details for things for you to copy and just be able to save. And first of all, let me just say thanks to Jim and Trace and Allie for being on here. We were just talking a few minutes ago. It's pretty nuts that we planned, we go, hey, let's have an event in Las Vegas during the Formula One race. If we could pick a crazier time, we picked the craziest time. And for them to put together what they put together in 2.5 weeks was absolutely off the charts, right? And let me just make sure I turn this on focus mode. And so we want to thank them because I know people like, man, y'all look tired. They should look tired. They should be tired because they did what normally would have taken people 6 months to plan. They put it together in 2.5 weeks. So I know all of you, I am extremely grateful for all the hard work that they're putting in because we get the benefit from all of that. And that's the great thing. All ships rise with the tide as long as their ships are in the water. And so we appreciate all that they do and bringing the promotions back to each and every one of us. So let me just start out real quick. And it's like, where do I start to get all this information in so quick? Number one, let me just tell you, our link, I was just looking at sales right before we jumped on here. It looks like we're going to crush last month. We had an amazing last month, and it looks like we're going to beat it this month. And so to do that in December is unheard of, but that's because of each and every one of you. And as we look at what's happening in the world, right, the first pro-crypto, pro-blockchain, presidential campaign in history, and then now we're seeing the new administration on camera saying, look, we want to be a crypto superpower of the world, and we want to have a Bitcoin reserve, and we're hearing all of these other countries, what they're doing. It's fascinating. Like if we would have said a year ago, hey, let's figure out what would be the perfect world scenario. If we had a magic wand that we could wave and go, here would be a dream scenario, we're in that dream right now. But like Tony Swantek, his mentor told him, he goes, Tony, there's 3 things you have to do to change your life. And this is what Tony did that absolutely changed his life. Number 1, you have to be in the right place at the right time. Number 2, you have to recognize you're in the right place at the right time. How many of us have been in the right place at the right time? Hindsight is 2020. We look back now and go, man, if I'd only known, oh my gosh, I would have done something. So be in the right place at the right time. Know you're in the right place at the right time. And then we have to take massive action. Now, here's what's hard to remember when things get tough. When you go through the emotional roller coaster of one day, you're so excited, you're like a chihuahua jacked up on Red Bull. And the very next day, you want to snuggle up on the couch, you're depressed, you want to eat bonbons and watch a Hallmark movie, right? I mean, how could you go from I can't sleep phase to the self-doubt phase, going, man, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my negative friends and family are right. Maybe this isn't the right thing to do. Maybe I should work a job until I die. Do not expect other people to see your vision. God gave that vision to you and not other people. You can't expect other people to see that. And it's always, hindsight is 2020, right? When you're in the beginning, like for right now, Arlink, we've got so many amazing things going on. As I look out, Dogecoin hit 47 cents a token. Can somebody please tell me what you're going to use Dogecoin for today? Like how much real world revenue do they have coming in today? Like they don't. So for a project to have really no utility and you can't use it for anything, but just the community gave that project value, that's huge, right? So now you look at Arlink, we did more business in the first 4 months than Gala Games did the first 4 years, is what Wright told me, right? And Tony. And so then to see this month, like we're an extremely profitable company right out of the bat. What we've done since we launched in September, from what I'm hearing from the experts in the blockchain community, they're like, there's never been a project in blockchain history that has done what all of you have helped Arlink do. It's not my project. It's not Tony's project. It's all of our project. Like it's never been done before. We're literally making history right now, having a product that we can use, a service that we can use right now. Now, the challenge is that we're in beta. So we're going through things like, hey, at first we had some mute and unmute issues, right? And then we had some, hey, I can't share my screen. And then but that's where you want to be. Like that's the best place to be in beta when all of us are going through and helping the service get better every single day, right? Giving our input, like we're the ones that are molding Arlink into exactly what we want it to be. So to me, I would love, like I know a guy here who was in Virginia who was in cell phones in the late 80s, and that dude took a massive beating. Like people laughing at him, making fun of him. Man, cell phone reception was terrible. Cell phones were thousands of dollars. You had to bolt them in your car. But I don't feel sorry for him because I know people now that can't even make a living selling cell phones, but this guy made millions and millions of dollars because he was in the development stage. He was in the stage when it went from ridiculed and violently opposed to the self-evident phase. So let's talk about Arlink. What's happening? Well, number one, the service is getting better every single day. This is where we need each and every one of you. Like, this is my ask for you. Right now, we're talking to 3 separate companies with over 1 million distributors about using Arlink. Tony just had people fly into Puerto Rico that are talking about putting Arlink into over 250 universities, right? That's just like 4 conversations that have happened. I don't have time to go over everything else that's going on. We've been approached about being interviewed with one of the stock exchanges behind us. Like we're having media reach out. And so we're pushing all of that stuff off going, look, it's not like we're looking, how can we grow? How can we be profitable? Right now, what we're doing is trying to slow it down a little bit because we're having so much attention so fast. And if I told you the names, which I can't say yet, the people that are reaching out, the conversations that we're having, I'm 51 years old. I've been doing business for 3 decades. I've been in some pretty powerful rooms. I was telling Tony the other day, I'm like, dude, I've never in my life seen this type of high caliber of people like come together. It's almost like it's a dream come true. And Tony's like, I've never experienced it. So for him to say, I've never experienced that. And then when I was talking to Jim, I'm like, dude, this is like a magnet. It's like it's a magnet for greatness. Like when the late billionaire Paul Meyer said the world is conspiring to do me good, it's like the world is conspiring to do all of us good. It's like the world is conspiring to do Arlink good. And Jim said, listen, and Jim has a company that's done over $1 billion the last few years, right? So when you're hearing the same thing, it just means I believe 1000% we're in the right place, the right time. I believe, number 2, I know I'm in the right place, the right time, and you do too, because I'm preaching to the choir, or you wouldn't even be on here today. And number 3, we have to take massive action. And the challenge is the emotions get in the way. You're like, Darren, why are you talking about this? Because I don't want you to miss this. Like every day, every minute, I do not want to waste a minute. I'm at a stand-up desk right now. I get my wife to bring me food to my stand-up desk. Because if I take time to walk to my car, go home, get something to eat, come back, happen to see somebody that I know. I love talking to people. Every single minute right now, we'll never get back. None of us, even Wright, even Trace, even Tony, none of us have been in a place where all of these things are coming together. Whether it's the Bitcoin over 100,000, the ETFs, whether it's the pro crypto blockchain presidential campaign, and a million other things. We've never experienced that before. And so we know that we're talking about, it's a window that's closing. Now, the beautiful thing about our link, and this is what is so exciting, there will come a crypto winter. There'll come a time when we have the bull run and things start coming back down. But when you see a bunch of red, and all of a sudden you see, what's this R-Link service that added on an extra 1 million subscribers last month, and it's in the green, right? What do you think is going to happen? Like, we're creating real world revenue right now. It's not someday, it's right now. So let's talk about some of the things that are happening. Number one, and again, I'm just going to give you some bullet points, and then I'll give you some leadership tips before we close out, and I will give you a place to connect so I can go more in depth on some leadership trainings and teach you exactly how to go out and build a massive community. Number one, I will do a R-Link overview tomorrow. Rhonda will put that in there. It's going to be at noon Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be at meet.r-link.com/rally. So I'll do a rally on the R-Link platform. You'll be able to experience it. You can invite your guests. Thank you so much, Kim, for putting that in there, and Rhonda. So it's in the chat. So you can invite anyone and everyone that you want to that event, and I will do the presentation for you, and you sign them up afterwards. So you do the ushering, I'll do the preaching. The next thing, you saw that the token, the promotion for R-Link has been extended. So not only do we have these massive meetings that we're doing right now, that all of a sudden we could add millions of subscribers onto R-Link in the next few months. But my ask to each and every one of you, let me go back. I'm trying to get everything in so fast, I didn't finish my point. We need you and everyone that you know to go get the actual service. If you go into your Connect back office, go under shop, you can take and actually purchase the year service. Now, right now it's a bank wire. By the end of next week, I got some exciting news for you in just a second. But it's cheaper than Zoom. There's more bells and whistles than Zoom. This platform is going to help you convert sales. But the reason that we want you on the beta version is because, number one, we want to know, did you have any glitches? Right? All right, perfect. There we go. Did you, the $10 a month, 120 bucks, 360 is the $30 a month, up to 300 people. And then the $49.95 a month, the 600 bucks for the year, is up to 3,000 people. And I'm going to give you another announcement in just a second that we have added to those services. But what we want to do, anytime you have an issue, I don't care how small or how big, this is where you help us mold the product to make it better and better. You have to create a support ticket. Do not contact me directly, or Tony or Jim or Trace, because we can't track it that way. We want to be able to track it. We have boards and lists and the whole process. We tag different people and assign it to where they go out and they help get that stuff, get it fixed. And so what I want you to do is send it to support@r-link.com. Kim just put that in the chat. If you have a recommendation, you're like, hey, I had a hard time trying to figure out how to share the screen, right? Put that in a support ticket. Hey, I wish we had this feature. Put that in a support ticket. So when you continue to send all these things in, we have a wish list, and then we're checking things off as fast as we possibly can. And then we're also fixing every single issue as fast as we can. So all of that, and I know that Ron and Kim will put some more notes in the chat as well. I'm gonna have to focus here. And so make sure you read that, copy, paste, write it down, whatever you have to do. But we need your support by getting the service, using the service, giving us your feedback, because that's going to help continue to make the platform better and better and better. And we need that fast, because if all of a sudden we have one or two of these relationships that we're building right now come on board, we can end up with hundreds of thousands and millions of people in the next few months easily. but we want to make sure that we're ready for that, right? We want their first experience to be a great experience. Now, I also like to set up people with the right expectations, just like I'm setting you up going, look, we are in beta, right? We're working out little bugs, but I'd rather be here than be, would you rather go back when Zoom was struggling and had all those little bugs and issues? Or would you rather come in now? If you could be an owner of Zoom, we would much rather have gone back knowing what we know right now. So with the promo extended, the buy one R-Link node at $4,500 and to get 100,000 bonus tokens. And then if you're the one that sold that, you get 100,000. So if somebody buys 5 nodes, that's 500,000 bonus tokens. And you got 500,000 bonus for actually selling that person. What if this project does what we believe it can do, right? You can calculate and do what ifs. Tonight, you may not sleep, but you can do that. So here's some call to actions. When it comes to building a strong community, we have to make sure that we stick to the life support. The life support with our community is social media, it's Discord, it's the communication channels. So to lock into that, I want you to go to r-link.com/community. Okay, Rhonda just put that in there, r-link.com/community. You will see all of our social media. So my ask of you here is go follow us on social media. Go set it up to you where you get alerts every time we make a post. We want you to engage with us and other people, because as we start growing and we start all of a sudden we're having interviews, and all of a sudden if we start popping on different exchanges and people go check us out, they're going to look at our website, r-link.com. They're going to look at our social media. And when they see there's massive engagement and there's followers and there's positivity and people sharing what they like, they're going to go, wow, this is an amazing community. And they have real world revenue. So make sure you go through the social media, different sites, different things there. The WhatsApp chat, there's even a WhatsApp chat. So what I'll do is I'll do announcements, and it's not one of the chats where everybody can put questions and comments, because then you start getting 100 alerts a day and you turn off your notifications. So you know when you're in that chat, the only thing you're going to get is important information that's going to help you go out, build a community, and build your business. The next one, we talked about beta. We talked about that. Shopping cart. All right, we've been working really hard for this. Jim and I were having a quick conversation before the meeting tonight. And I'm like, man, one of the things I've learned from Tony Swantek, who has 3 companies that have all done over $1 billion in revenue the last 3 years. One did $10 billion in 24 months. With that company, he launched it with $4,500, and in 24 months did $10 billion in revenue. I'm the type of person where my OCD, I want to try to have everything perfect and plan everything right and do all this stuff. Tony's like, no, we need good enough. We need good enough. As long as it's good enough, we'll continue to improve every day. It's about progress, not perfection. So what we're going to do by the end of next week, because right now, no, it's not convenient to have to set up a Connect account, click on shop, scroll through, and do a bank wire for your service. And you're paying a year up front. By the end of next week, we will have a credit card option. So we will have an affiliate model where you will get a share link. That way you're going to get credit for every single paid subscriber that you send out. And we're working on the compensation plan. Then as you're going to be earning tokens, right? Getting rewarded for doing meetings and referring other people. And so what this affiliate model will do while the code is being built, we will be able to track that, mirror that with the Connect genealogy while it's being built out, so you don't miss any of those rewards that you should and will get. And so again, we could wait for the next 2 or 3 months, go, hey, let's wait till the code is completely built out, but we don't want to do that. We don't want to miss the next 2 months. Every day is critical. We want to take and build it out right now, have it to where you can send someone that just wants to use the service, and they can pay for it monthly with a credit card if they want to. And then we'll give them incentives if they want to go ahead and sign up for a year. So that should be done by the end of next week. All right. Let's see. Couple things. Did you know this has been added When you do the Pro plan or the Ultimate plan with our link, this is new. The Pro plan, you're now getting 3 rooms. 3 different people could do an R-Link or a rally at the exact same time. Those extra rooms now come with the Pro plan. If you do the Ultimate plan, you get 5 different rooms. So again, we want to continue to make the service better and better and better. So we've added additional rooms the higher the package or subscription that you purchase. So if you need more than 1 room, Pro or Ultimate is your best. Now, if you want to unlock the upcoming webinar registration features, the Ultimate plan is the one that's got you covered, right? That's the one that you want to do. So those registration features are in the process right now. There are releases that are coming the next 2 weeks that are going to be really big and you'll be really excited about. All right, so let's see. I think that is it. Rhonda, did I miss anything else before I give a couple leadership tips? We're 2 minutes over, so I don't want to take everyone's time. But if they take, videos. Yes. If you go to r-link.com and she just put it in the chat, Rhonda, I don't know if, okay, it came over. We're in the process of releasing a lot of how-to videos. So if you go to the website, you click on YouTube, we're going to be adding those videos. We have a bunch of them that they're just going through and finalizing right now. So you're going to continue to see new how-to videos. We want this to be system dependent and not people dependent. So if they go to Jim and they go, Jim, how do I share my screen? How do I get started using the R-Link platform? Jim is going to be like, hey, look, all I know is if you go to their website and you click on YouTube, they have a whole list of how-to videos that does a better job explaining it than I do. See, that's how you duplicate, not being about one person, but about us just being the commercial to get them to watch the movie. And what I'll do, Jim, is there anything else? I know I'm over time, so I won't go over any leadership tips right now. But what I can do is as long as they join the WhatsApp chat, I will go ahead and schedule a more in-depth, like how to build your community, leadership tips, how to drive through the holidays. But what I will say is this: the holidays are separation season. The holidays are when you gain market share. For years, I failed in direct sales, network marketing, affiliate marketing. Like, we're blockchain, we're not network marketing. However, the concepts and the strategies are very similar. I used to use the holidays as an excuse. Hey, well, people are distracted. There's too many things going on. And I would lose all my momentum. And then I would start the year, and it would literally take me a month to 2 months to start the momentum back up. And then there were people that gained market share during the holidays that beginning of the year, I could never catch them. And it wasn't like it was a little bit, because the compounding effect, what would happen is I had one buddy that took advantage of the holidays every single year, and he did a few little things. It wasn't he was that much better than everybody else. Fast forward 3 years later, in a very hard company with a very hard service that wasn't sexy, it was hard to sell. You had to get a license to actually sell it. That was different in different states. I was making $100,000 a year. He was making $1.7 million. His business was 17 times bigger than mine, and it wasn't like blockchain, and it was the timing where we are right now. So the pitch right now is there are people that are looking for tax write-offs. And the Section 179, get them to talk to their accountant. This is off-the-shelf software. So they're either going to pay money to the government, or they have the ability to buy off-the-shelf software. Tony tells his story, how he bought 53 million, and they set up different ways, and they Section 179, and it saved him 20-some million in taxes. Now, most people don't have 53 million, but I will tell you this: if I can buy off-the-shelf software, save on taxes, and have a massive potential upside, that's a much better way to go for me. So talk to your CPA. The other thing is, like, people right now, they're in a spending mode. People that say they don't have money, selling is a transfer of emotions. I can't afford it. We just went to Disney World, right? And let me tell you what it cost at Disney World is insane, right? I could have bought a luxury car and paid cash for last week taking 10 of us to Disney World. It was insane. But I get there and I'm like, are we going to be the only ones? Because I don't know how anybody with a normal income could do this. It was packed. So people going to Taylor Swift and I hear what they're paying for tickets. People going to the Dallas Cowboy games, I hear what they're paying for tickets, right? People pay for what they want to pay. If they say they can't afford it, we just hadn't showed them enough value. So they're in a spending mode. They're looking for tax write-offs. In the back of their mind, they're frustrated because they can't believe that another year has gone by and they're deeper in credit card debt. And they know to get something different, they have to do something different. And then guess what happens January 1st? Even if you've exposed 50 to 100 people that have not said yes, you planted the seed, what comes January 1st? Oh my gosh, I need to lose weight. I need to make money. I need to do something different this year. New year, new me, new resolutions. And they're going to look for something and they're going to remember because you planted those seeds. So right now, yeah, it takes twice as much work sometimes to get a fraction of the results, but it's not that the results don't come. It's that the harvest comes a little bit later sometimes. We don't reap the harvest in the same season we plant the seed. So Jim, I did want to mention that. And all the promotions that the brands have right now, let me just tell you, most people do not know about the promotions. Most of the community. If they know about it, they don't understand it. So the more communication you have, the more the more success you're going to have. Like tonight, here's a 1% thing. Those of you tonight, how many of you, with just a little bit of information we covered, wish you had more people on here tonight going, oh my gosh, I can't explain it like they explained it, like they're living and breathing it. I wish I had more people. They'd have been motivated, inspired, they'd have been educated. They would want to go out and work so much harder if they were on here tonight. Well, what I did, I was leaving messages, I was text messaging, and still didn't do a good enough job. But for those of you that did that had an extra 5, 10, 20 people, what's that going to do for your business? And then what you did, tell, show, try, do. You told them what to do. You showed them what to do. You're trying it. They're trying it. They'll start doing it with or without you. So now all of a sudden you have an army of people. You're 10 people on calls like this. They're all making phone calls and text messaging and reminding last minute. And Jim, these are the things that I did. And I know Danny and Lori Gassamy did that. We were in a previous company together. And I'm like, you know what? In this room tonight, I only had one person. But next time I'm going to have at least 5. And on this call, next time I'm going to have at least 10. And then I'm going to have one row of people. And then it ended up out of 25 to 40,000 people. We had 2 convention centers in Dallas. A third of the arena was my organization. And I think a third was Danny's organization. Out of 40,000 people. My personal event here in Virginia, 4,500 people a few years ago, thanks to people like Lori, right? And Danny. That's not to impress you. It's to impress upon you. It's the little 1% things we do daily right now. But the problem is it seems to make no difference at all. If I go smoke a pack of cigarettes today, I don't smoke, it would make me really sick. You're not going to go, Darren completely ruined his health in one day. But if I smoke a pack of cigarettes every day for the next several years, I'm going to have some issues, right? So when you're on here tonight, you jump off, your business is not drastically different. But because we're doing these things that most people wouldn't do, we're going to be able to live a life that most people won't live. Successful people do what unsuccessful people are not willing to do. So my encouragement is to continue to push no matter how you feel. It doesn't matter how we feel. It's the discipline. Well, Darren, you need to motivate me daily. No, the only type of motivation that lasts is internal. And the only way we have motivation is through discipline. We continue to have that discipline and it turns into motivation in a lifestyle. So Jim, didn't mean to go over 10 minutes, but what else, anything else I can cover?
Don't sweat it. Yeah, there's actually some great questions coming in. And I think these questions kind of show that maybe they weren't clear on everything. So number one, they're asking about the affiliate links that are outside of Connect. And I think we might want to, kind of take them a little deeper into what that relationship is when somebody gets an affiliate link and how that ties back to Connect and the blockchain. So I think they're thinking it's something completely outside, like a whole different, rewards.
That's a great question. Yeah. No, we're going to work and we're still putting this together. So what we will do is you will share up to have your share link. And then with those share links, we're going to match them with the Connect genealogy. So it will be the same organization, the same structure. We will match those together. Yes, there will be some manual things, but right now with this community, it's doable. And Kim and Rhonda have done that. Kim was in Forbes, one of the top 10 social media experts. She's built seven-figure online businesses. And so we're going to put that together because our goal is we want you getting credit for every single thing you refer and your people. So before those rewards go out, before any commissions go out, it will be matched and mirrored with the Connect genealogy in the exact same order.
Do you want to explain why we're doing this versus a share invite from inside of Connect right now so that people understand, what the purpose of the affiliate link is independent from the Connect share link?
Yeah, so the developers, it's going to take a few months to actually build all of that out. And so to where it's just one simple way. And anytime you have what they call a SaaS product, which is the R-Link subscription, we want to give them the least path of resistance to be able to become a customer. And if we're telling people, hey, listen, we need you to go sign up with Connect. Well, who is Connect? Like you told me about R-Link. That's a whole nother conversation. All of a sudden, we just threw some little roadblocks in there. Well, then why do I need to go in and create a wallet? Well, then what is the structure thing? And how does this work? And how does that work? Right? So there's a lot of little things. So what we're in the process of doing, Connect is working extremely hard on branding R-Link completely separate. Right? So we don't have those questions, but it's going to take them a couple months, right? At least. So in the meantime, all of you that are like, Darren, I got customers that want to sign up and I don't want to miss them. And I know they've done this before with different brands where they let them go, they track everything. And then once the code is built, everybody's putting the genealogy like they should be, then the rewards hit at one time. Then in the future, it's all automated and you don't have to do that. But right now, for all of you to like, look, I got 10 people that want the R-Link service. It's a lot easier if you go, okay, here's my affiliate link, sign up. We're tracking it. You get credit. You're going to get the rewards. You're going to get the commissions. You're going to get all that stuff, but it's not holding up for 2 months, the momentum. So everything in the end is the exact same. We're just trying to give you a little easier path to be able to onboard those customers temporarily.
Yeah, did everybody follow that? So basically the short version is it's going to take us a while to rewrite the code so that you can just send people direct to R-Link, but it still mirrors back to Connect. So it'll be a mirroring platform. So we're going to do it manually now until the developers can catch up with that process. So thank you, Darren, for clarifying that. Some of the other questions, do you have to be a node owner to promote and be an affiliate? Do you know the answer to that?
You have to be a node owner to promote. No, there'll be people that just want to promote the service. Okay. So we'll have a reward structure for that. And again, here's what I'll do to save time. Before we roll this out, we will have a whole nother call. Okay. We will do it on the Rally block, the Rally product or the R-Link product. We'll do a rally and we'll have Kim and Rhonda, Jim, Trace, everyone. We can have you on, Tony. And that way you can come on. We will explain because we're still working out the details. But the whole thing is the result will be the same. You're going to get credit. You're not going to lose anything. We will make sure everything's correct, even if it's manually. Hey, Darren, this person signed up with 2 different email addresses. We're going to go back. We'll make sure all that stuff is straight. We'll answer all your questions. We'll explain it. We'll do a screen share. So there's some of the questions that they're asking. We're still in the process of building out, right? So let's do that for sake of time. Let's do a whole nother call. When that's ready, we'll roll it out. You can answer questions, ask questions. We'll answer them and we'll screen share. We'll show you exactly how it works to make sure there's no misunderstandings.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, cool. So we're capturing all the questions you've got here. We'll use that as preparation for the next call. Thank you, Darren, for being here. Thank you for leading this incredible blockchain. I know you're developing real world products and services, and you're building it while we are out there marketing, which is fantastic.
Jim, I see one person said, is there going to be a sale on an R-Link node? We never want to sell on an R-Link node. And matter of fact, let me tell you something. When you look, and right now, here's the thing. Anytime somebody goes, Darren, did you see Rally? The token went up 50% yesterday. I'm like, don't worry, it'll come back down. Like right now, it's going to go up and it's going to go down. There's drastic ups and downs in crypto. And I see people promoting this coin. Oh, it went up to $100 and some dollars. I'm like, there's no liquidity. It doesn't matter if it's $500. You can't sell it. So right now, there's very little liquidity. That's exactly how Gala was. That's exactly how every project was. Bitcoin in the beginning, right? And so my thing is, again, I'd much rather be here right now I'd much rather go back to Bitcoin when there was no liquidity. People laughed about it. Some dude paid 10,000 Bitcoin for 2 pizzas, right? Multiply 10,000 times $100,000. That's how much those 2 pizzas. Then later on, when there's massive liquidity and the project has exploded and we're down the road, like, man, I would have much rather gotten involved back then. But when all of a sudden, when you start seeing that if the token price goes up, if we generate millions of, we've already generated millions of revenue, but all of a sudden we have millions of customers, and they go, you mean to tell me I'm generating this many tokens a day and I'm looking at what it is in the market, we're going to sell out of our nodes. We're going to sell out over 100,000 nodes. And I want to tell you this, the price that you see right now, it won't be like that very long. I have a feeling it's probably going to, I'm looking at the sales today and yesterday. So if you're thinking about an R-Link node, now is the time to purchase the R-Link node and get the 100,000 tokens. If you have people that are thinking about getting a node, you better go to them extremely fast, right? Because we're moving fast. Like this project, again, it's not like we're trying to, we're having massive growth, massive momentum. Every day I talk to Tony, I get more excited. I'm updating him on things. He's updating me. Then we have the community members coming back and telling us the relationships. And I just got off the phone with Dr. Fab. And he's like, dude, I've got a group of people that you can't imagine coming in February to Fort Lauderdale. And he's like, we want you there. We want Tony there. We want Jim there. So 2025 is going to be an incredible year. That's why I'm taking so many vitamins right now. I'm getting IVs. I'm making sure I get my rest because I'm like 2025 is going to be off the charts. I believe it's going to be the one year that we look back and go, man, that was the year. That, because sometimes you work your whole life for that one year that everything changes. I believe that R-Link in 2025, it's going to be that year. So Jim, thank you so much for all you do. I know it's not easy to you and Trace and Allie and everybody to jump on here every single day and continue to give to the community. I know I'm looking at the flyers that are created. I'm like, I don't know if people understand how much it takes to create one flyer, like how much work is in one flyer. So to put all of this together every day is amazing. And so we're very appreciative of you and everyone that puts in all that work.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate you. You've brought amazing people into this incredible blockchain community. We're going to continue to do that together and keep charging forward with the best products and services. And as you said, they're getting better every single day. So everybody, go check out the shopping cart. Get your subscriptions to R-Link today. Get your nodes. It's not going to ever be any cheaper. That's just a simple reality. If you haven't already done so, foundations, right? Is literally as soon as I hang up, I think I've probably got about 15 minutes before my family gets back. I'm going to actually go purchase my foundations nodes to put on all my R-Link nodes, to put on all of my nodes so that I get the boost and I get the benefit of also being now the owner of another foundations node. So I finally got access to my crypto account today so that I can transfer those funds over. Keep that in mind, December 11th, the Vegas promotion is done, but the holiday promotion is now going until 12/24/24. And again, thank you to all the team. Thank you to each of you. We had over 220 people on tonight, and I expect this to be incredible. We have another call tomorrow at 5 o'clock, Thursday night. So 5 o'clock Mountain Time. And on behalf of myself and the rest of the team here, until we connect again, have fun. And remember, it's your choice to create your ultimate life. Game on.